Alright, it's flag plant season, and my list has the right blend of talent, production profile, coaching, power ranking, fan base. And this final component is critical because in sports cards you have to be able to realize a solid ROI. Therefore, average rookie card resale value compared to their peers is an essential tool in discovering these players. So let's dig in. DJ Moore, just 26 years old, in his prime, first round draft capital, 4.4 speed, elite 94th percentile burst at 6 foot and 210 pounds. He's earned over 1,500 air yards each of the past 4 seasons. I mean, this guy is a bona fide QB-proof alpha. He was double covered at the 4th highest rate in the NFL last year and still succeeded on almost 70% of those plays with even higher success rates against zone coverage. The Panthers made a blockbuster trade with Chicago Bears and sent DJ Moore to be Justin Fields' new #1 alpha target. Say what you will about Justin Fields, but he's a much better passer than the quarterbacks that DJ Moore has played with, including Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Darnold, Kyle Allen, late career Cam Newton. I mean, he has very little in the way of target competition now. Only Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney, returning from a significant knee injury, are the other 2 primary pass catchers. However, Justin Fields' ability to scramble will take away from DJ Moore's total production for the year. There is a real chance Fields takes a big step forward this year as a thrower. He did have a 98th percentile quarterback rating at 9.2 yards per attempt. That's 84th percentile at Ohio State. This is part of what made him the number 11 overall draft pick in 2021. The offensive line in Chicago has also been bolstered significantly, and this new look offense that's post Matt Nagy Chicago Bears era, this has serious potential to exceed expectations starting week 1 against the Packers, a famous rivalry as old as football itself. And now all 3 tiers of DJ Moore's rookie cards appear to be undervalued. His base cards, his base prism, his base optic rated rookie. Now his mid-tier, what I classify as miscellaneous rookie autos, mid-serial numbered type of cards like this one right here out of $3.99 from Certified Orange for $5.99. And then also his high tier, which you could look at the SSP or super rare premium set rookies. I'm talking rookie cards from National Treasures, Flawless, Immaculate, Gold, Case Hits. Or what about PSA 10s of Silver Prism, Optic, Contenders, Rookie Autos, or super rare low serial numbered cards from virtually any set. But a primary example of why his market's undervalued is a select patch rookie auto here out of 75 for just $31. All right, now real quick, if you're new here, welcome to the Football Card Quest. My name is Andy. I hope you're enjoying this video. If you are, please leave a like on the video and let us know in the comments section below what your thoughts are, who I missed from this list. But also, if you want to take it to the next level, the entire list, my top 20 wide receivers, top 7 quarterbacks, top 15 running backs, and top 11 tight ends are all documented with specific listings and cards to target over on patreon.com/footballcards. Plus, you get Discord access, get access to entries in the giveaway, you get access to direct communication with myself and other elite football card questers out there, and you get this cool Keep 'em football card prices web app tracking all the graded football card sales through eBay. So check it out in the description below over at patreon.com/footballcards. Now back to the action. Number 2, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley. All right, now hear me out. Because Calvin Ridley was better than Christian Kirk in terms of route running and beating defenses before his personal issues and ultimately season-long suspension. The bottom line here is the Jaguars are ascending. The Jaguars went 9-8 last season and captured the division title. Then they beat the Chargers in their first playoff appearance since 2017 and hung in there with the Chiefs in the divisional round, losing by a single touchdown. The Jaguars' offense was a force to be reckoned with in the second half of the 2022 season. In fact, Trevor Lawrence was in the top half of NFL quarterbacks in nearly all advanced metrics during the full 2022 season, including true passer rating, number 6, expected points added, number 7, and accuracy rating, number 9. Lawrence will continue to develop chemistry with his passing game targets in 2023. He has been together with Kirk, Jones, and Evan Ingram for only one season. They are all returning for 2023. The Jags also traded for the recently instated Calvin Ridley. Therefore, I think it's safe to say that one or maybe even two of these pass catchers are going to have career-high seasons in production and exceed current expectations big time, which leads to a significant price increase in their rookie cards. Right now, in both fantasy ADP and rookie card value, it's Calvin Ridley who is being drafted well above Christian Kirk. It's Calvin Ridley who's going for way more money on all tiers of his rookie cards than Christian Kirk. A recent Optic Contender Silver Prism rookie ticket auto for Calvin Ridley sold for $75 on July 4th in an auction. But the thing is, do we really know what type of football shape Calvin Ridley is in? He's only played 5 games in the past 2 years. He's also turning 29 this year. The latest beat reports are they are easing him into action. I think a lot of the hype that Ridley's seen is because of his monster 2020 season, of course, but it's also he went to Alabama. He's also got first-round draft capital, and he wrote an inspiring reinstatement essay from Calvin Ridley to the NFL, which has inspired a lot of people. However, I believe Christian Kirk is actually the true alpha wide receiver in this room. I think Christian Kirk is actually going to have the best season out of all of these guys. He's got the biggest contract. In 2023, Kirk will earn a base salary of $1 million, a restructure bonus of $14 million, and a workout bonus of $500K, while carrying a cap hit of $11.4 million and a dead cap value of $30 million. This guy is one of the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL. They are going to use him like one. Christian Kirk, who is also a full 2 years younger than Calvin Ridley from the same 2018 draft class, had a career season last year in just their first year together in Jacksonville, putting up 1,108 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. With the offense becoming even more aggressive this year and Lawrence taking even more shots, this should only go up, and with clear playoff aspirations. So essentially, he's teed up to smash, but he's way cheaper than Calvin Ridley. This blows my mind when you consider that he actually finished as the wide receiver 18 last year and got the 5th most red zone targets amongst wide receivers. I really do think that a lot of us are blinded by Calvin Ridley's inspiring reinstatement letter to the NFL and his production from 2020. I think it's probably wise to have some exposure to Ridley, especially if you can find those good deals in auction. But when I compare the current rookie card prices on comparable cards between Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk, the bulk of my investment dollars absolutely need to be prioritized on Christian Kirk. I believe it's by far the plus EV move or plus expected value in return move, and one with higher upside in the card market. Perfect example, 2018 Optic Orange rated rookie out of 199 for Calvin Ridley raw, $35 in auction, compared to a 2018 Prism Blue Shimmer Auto 18 out of 25 for $46. That card for Calvin Ridley is going to be over $100. The same card for Christian Kirk that goes for $5 goes for $10 or more for Calvin Ridley. The 2018 Select Silver Premier level, $14.99 for Calvin Ridley. That's a dollar bin card for Christian Kirk. Maybe $5 tops. You can see a red and yellow Prism parallel from Optic rated rookie here for $3, $150 shipping. 6 out of 10 Obsidian with an RC shield. Some cards from 2018 did not have an RC shield, so it's definitely kind of narrows your options a little bit in my opinion. Now, of course, some of those cards are aesthetic, and ultimately you've got to look at the card's aesthetics, the brand recognition that's on there, like rated rookie, for example, National Treasures, Flawless, Immaculate, Contenders, those kind of things. But not having a clearly defined rookie card logo on the front of the card definitely detracts from the value. So definitely want to be careful. Just be cognizant of that from 2018. But man, the price difference between Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk is egregious in my opinion, and therefore Christian Kirk is the play with higher upside at the current prices. Number 3, Brandon Aiyuk. This guy has proven to be a fantastic football player at the wide receiver position. He had success rates last year against man coverage, zone coverage, and double coverage that are comparable to Davante Adams. That's right, guys. Brandon Aiyuk is a top 5 wide receiver in the league at getting open. This is much higher than Deebo Samuel. See, Deebo specializes in very short ADOT or average distance of target plays like screens and flats and handoffs. And additionally, Brandon Aiyuk gets a lot more volume than most people think. First of all, he was on the field a ton with a 91% snap share. Last season, Brandon Aiyuk earned 113 targets and a 23.5% target share. This ranked in the mid-20s amongst wide receivers for both of those stats. He's also getting balls thrown to him deep down the field. He ranks 16th among wide receivers in air yard share. He only hauled in 70 of those receptions, but he is their alpha wide receiver. Deebo is more like their Cordell Patterson. It's only a matter of time before a wide receiver like Aiyuk with his efficiency metrics breaks out. And with a second year healthy Brock Purdy throwing him higher quality targets than even last year, that breakout could be coming in 2023. And it's important to compare his rookie card prices with guys in his same draft class. So I look at beginning of the second round, Tee Higgins. Brandon Aiyuk also has first round draft capital. Orange Laser Prism rookie. Tee Higgins goes for $13. Brandon Aiyuk, that's a under $5 card for primary example. And I see this across the board from his entry tier to his mid tier, like this purple Prism out of 49 that closed for $27. Ooh, or this black Prism, red Prism, numbered 69 out of 99 that end for $21.50. These mid-tier cards for guys like Tee Higgins, CeeDee Lamb go for double, if not sometimes triple. In the case of Justin Jefferson, we're probably talking 5 to 10x higher than Brandon Aiyuk. Red Cracked Ice, PSA 10, $89 in auction, yes. Or you get something like a rookie Silver Prism Mosaic Auto, non-serial number, but it does have an RC shield, some nice design, some nice prism bling, $15 in auction. You know, for comparison, that's a $40 card for Tee Higgins. Potentially more. This card can be difficult to find comps of, but you can look at something from the same set, similar scarcity, that's around $50 to $60 card. The 49ers are also proven championship and Super Bowl contenders. Now, like Brandon Aiyuk, Jerry Jeudy was a first-round draft talent from 2020, touted for his exquisite footwork and being one of the best route runners in his class. And there aren't many people talking about him at the present, with recent tweets coming out about his teammate Tim Patrick getting healthy, excelling in camp. But Jeudy had career highs in receptions, 67, receiving yards, 972, and receiving touchdowns, 6. through his first 15 appearances last season. And that's on a terrible season for Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. Not to mention, Jeudy really only played 11 full games, or 60+% of the snaps, due to an ankle sprain. In fact, if we look solely at those 11 full games played, 2 were games of double-digit targets, 3 over 100 receiving yards, and averaged 2.07 20-plus yards plays per game. Only 6 wide receivers were higher. His highlight moment was in Week 14 against the Chiefs, where he scored 3 touchdowns and finished the week as the overall wide receiver 1. Positive change should be in store for Denver this year. They brought in 2009 Super Bowl head coach Sean Payton, who has a great resume with New Orleans and has a huge move to the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson had never had a season below 20 passing touchdowns before last year's 16. This was an anomaly, guys. I am certain of it. This number should most definitely go up, and a likely bounce back in Russ's career is incoming. It is very realistic for Jeudy to be Denver's wide receiver 1 in target share for 2023 over Courtland Sutton and Tim Patrick. And with a Russell Wilson bounce back, this could turn into a true breakout season. After all, once Sean Payton was brought in, Jeudy's contract was extended through 2024, not long after his arrival. And I believe what's beautiful is you can just compare him directly to Tee Higgins and Brandon Aiyuk from the last wide receiver we just talked about. So if you ever do see these best offer accepted, you want to definitely highlight that listing. come over to 130point.com, copy and paste, and find the actual sold price at 70 Canadian dollar. That is converted to 53.126 US dollars, which compared to Brandon Aiyuk is very comparable, even slightly more, but clearly Aiyuk has been better. He's also on a team much higher up in the power rankings. Although Denver's got significant potential, you have to remember they are still in the AFC West with the Chiefs and the Chargers. The AFC is absolutely loaded compared to the NFC. Therefore, when you find his values even lower than that, and here's another example from a base tier, what I call the more entry-level tier card, Orange Laser Prism Rookie. Here for Jerry Jeudy, just 99 cents. Of course, a big $5 shipping price tag, so about $5, but it's a little bit lower than Brandon Aiyuk even, which leaves a tremendous amount of upside for a player like Jerry Jeudy. Number 5, Terry McLaurin. There may not be a more undervalued wide receiver in the NFL right now than Terry McLaurin, and that partly has to do with the Commanders and their litmus of issues, but that's changing this year. At a singular level, Terry McLaurin wins against man coverage at the same rate as Jamar Chase. He's even better at press coverage than Chase, and just as elusive against double coverage. Last season, he finished as the wide receiver 14 overall, mainly by attacking opposing defenses deep. McLaurin recorded 29 deep targets, which is number 4 amongst qualified wide receivers, over 1,500 air yards, and 9.9 yards per attempt. The big question here is, who is going to be his quarterback, Sam Howell or Jacoby Brissett? Well, according to the latest reports, the front office loves Howell, but Ron Rivera, who's a fierce competitor, wants an open competition in camp. He wants the best one to come out the starter. We know who Brissett is. He's got a big arm. He's capable of making big plays like he did last year in Cleveland, but he isn't quite skilled enough to elevate an offense to the playoffs or a championship game. Now, in McLaurin's one start with Sam Howell, he saw 6 targets and caught 3 for 74 yards and a touchdown. This is pretty solid, but this is such a small sample size to try and create a full season projection with Howell. What I can say is Howell is basically a rookie quarterback, and he's got a lot of hype, and you have new ownership, and you have a new offensive coordinator in Eric Bieniemy coming over from the Kansas City Chiefs Andy Reid system. So McLaurin is an elite wide receiver in the league with massive upside, and his rookie cards go well under guys like Deebo Samuel and DK Metcalf go for. You could even throw in guys like Josh Jacobs and Tony Pollard to paint your comparison picture to really see why Terry McLaurin is such a good rookie card play right now. And go and compare the 3 different tiers. Start off with the 2019 Optic Hollow, a gorgeous card. The print runs very reasonable. It's a fairly uncommon car. I wouldn't go to the extent to say that it's rare, but all things considered, it is way more rare than it is in 2020, 21, or 22. So this is a great entry-level card to look at. That's going to go for close to $20 or more for guys like DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Tony Pollard. Then you could look at an item like this, a mid-tier item. Also, though, this one has a very low serial number, 24 out of 25. Rookie card shield on the front. Terry McLaurin's got some great penmanship. This one at $27 in a buy it now. That is just an absolute steal. Or the iconic 2019 base prism, but in a PSA 10 slab. Makes it ultra liquid. This at $27 in auction just 5 days ago. Absolute great price. So another quick way you can quickly compare markets for different players is by looking at their PSA 10s of their most premium base cards. In 2019, it is primarily the Prism. So you can see using our web app, which you can get access through patreon.com/footballcards for as low as $6 a month, and then also take advantage of all the other things we do. But anyways, using our web app, you can quickly see in the past 30 days, these 4 cards have had the most sold PSA 10 volume on eBay, and with Terry McLaurin at a trend of $23.95 or average of 26, you just saw that one at 27, DK Metcalf's average of 40, and Deebo Samuel's average of 50. You can see why. Now this negative 15% on DK here absolutely makes him a buy as well. So some stuff does jump off the page at me. I'm gonna have to cut the video here. I'll be back. But No, DK Metcalf is in an incredible situation as well. I did not think that his prices had fallen this far. He'd be neck and neck in my rankings with for me at this price point with Terry McLaurin for sure, especially in an ascending Seahawks offense. Who do you think should have made the top 5? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll see you in that next one where we're going to be doing quarterbacks, running backs, and tight ends, plus defensive players before we get to training camp. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.